Hello Shiny viewers, I'm DS, a psychologist, and welcome to another episode on channel NITT. In my previous episode, I gave 4 examples of ISTJs that I find very annoying, and in this episode, I think I am going to say something good about ISTJs. So this is considered a sequel to the ISTJ episode that we did last episode. If you think about ISTJs and ESTJs, actually they both use TE, so they should be quite similar in some ways. I will tell you what ways in which ISTJs and ENTJs can be very similar. First of all, they really like to correct other people. So if you have a sentence that is wrong, they can't help but to correct that sentence. So as TE users, ISTJs and ENTJs really like to give information. They really like to educate. This is the second similarity between the ISTJ and ENTJ. They are very willing to share information. I never doubt that ISTJs are really stingy individuals. Sometimes they can be very generous, especially with knowledge. Many ISTJs also come across as they are very willing to help. So in my personal experience, since I talked about ISTJs just last episode, I become very sensitive to ISTJs in general. Yesterday I just went for a haircut and my hairstylist is an ISTJ. I have known her for a long time. She is a permanent fixture at K-Cuts. For the last 2 years, she had a companion. The companion keeps changing, but she's always there in that shop. I wonder whether it is because ISTJs themselves are very resistant to change, they do not want to find another job, or is it because she's so hardworking, the boss sees that she is doing a good job and always keeps her. But nonetheless, on my first encounter with this ISTJ 2 years ago, I did not have a good experience with her because she asked me, "What kind of haircut do you need?" I said, "Just cut it short." Then she tells me the difference between slope 1, slope 2 and slope 3. And she says that next time you can tell your hairdresser what slope you want. To be very honest, this can be very mildly irritating for the ENTJ. Why? Because they just want a quick haircut. They want efficiency. They don't want to talk. So there are 2 hairstylists in this branch. I do not know why. I always end up having her cut my hair, despite the fact that it's just a queue system. And every time she will ask me whether I want slope 1, slope 2 or slope 3. I say, I don't know. I don't want to learn. Then she will painstakingly explain what slope 1, 2 and 3 are. Until today, after she talking about it so many times, I still do not know what 1, 2 and 3 is. And I don't know my usual haircut, is it a slope 1, 2 or 3? This is a huge problem with ENTJ. The ENTJ is very SI blind. For things they are not interested in, they totally shut off. So for me, when I want a haircut, I just want a haircut. I just cut my hair. I just need it neat. That's the requirement. And she asked too much questions, so it can be irritating. But yesterday, something strange happened. She recognized me and she stopped asking me whether I want slope 1, 2 or 3. She said, "Do you just want to trim it?" So she remembered. I said, "Yes." I said, "Please do not cut my fringe because I bought a straight iron and I want to clip my hair and make it curly or make it more voluminous." She said, "Oh, why don't you get a curl instead of a straight iron?" So we started talking. So I realized that actually she does know a lot of things and she's sharing a lot of information that can be very valuable for the ENTJ. So that brings me to understand that ISTJs generally, unless they are very extreme Karens for example, ISTJs can be very nice people. It's just that from the ENTJ's point of view, they are very impatient people. ENTJs are very impatient. So we do not want to hear your nonsense. But otherwise, I think ISTJs and ENTJs can really click a lot and click well when they are just sharing information without having this kind of a hierarchical difference. Really dislike being talked down by ISTJs as if they know better. So since ISTJs and ENTJs, they really like to share information and really very willing to talk and educate, what makes them different? The difference is that ISTJs can be really insensitive. Why? Because they do not use NI. So ISTJs generally do not know when it is inappropriate to share information. So for example, at the end of the class, when everyone is dying to go back home, the ISTJ starts asking questions. This is a very insensitive move. ENTJs will never do that because ENTJs use NI. So if ISTJs could be more sensitive to the surrounding, then I think they are really quite pleasant people. Okay, I hope that this episode does paint the ISTJ in more positive light as compared to the previous episodes, but there are really extreme stereotypes or extreme examples of each MBTI type, and that makes every MBTI type undesirable to different people. I think ISTJs do work well with other types. It's just that with ENTJs tend to be really very impatient, so talking a lot of technical stuff is an inefficient thing for the ENTJ when it comes to ISTJ ENTJ talk. So fellow ENTJs and even INTJs, do you have experiences with ISTJs in this regard that you would like to share? Do comment below. Okay, at Channel we produce a lot of ENTJ videos such as this one. If you have enjoyed this video, do give us a like. And if you have not already subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more MBTI and fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.